There's a coffee company that calls itself Death Wish. Not strong coffee, not high caffeine coffee, but Death Wish. Most brands think their names are just labels, but Death Wish proves something entirely different. Your name can either kill your marketing or it can be your marketing's biggest asset. The right name becomes a content engine that sells itself. In our last video, we talked about how your name isn't just what you called, but it's what you can become. The difference between Death Wish and Yuban isn't the coffee. It's that one name unlocks endless content while the other kills it. Let me show you exactly how. They sponsor wrestlers and NASCAR teams. Their tagline isn't about taste, it's the world's strongest coffee. The name Death Wish gave them permission to go beyond coffee. While competitors post coffee art on Instagram, Death Wish posts skull logos and death metal bands. The key insight here, they rarely talk about taste or brewing methods. It's all about identity. This coffee is for people who don't play it safe. Here's what makes this work so well. The name Death Wish aligns perfectly with their identity. Could 8 o'clock coffee partner with extreme athletes? No, they're probably stuck with office goers. Now, let's look at a Canadian coffee brand, Kicking Horse Coffee. Their blends, kick-ass, wise-ass, half-ass. Their tagline is fuel for the fearless. Their campaign, kickstart your heart. Believe it or not, their brand ambassadors are literally called ass kickers. Every single piece of content flows from that Kicking Horse name. The name Kicking Horse gave them permission to build an entire irreverent universe. Now compare that to names like Club Coffee or Green Mountain Coffee. What are the stories you'll tell with those names? These names blend into the background because they give you nothing to work with. But when you choose a name like Death Wish or Kicking Horse, suddenly you can create content around rebellion, extreme challenges, and conquering fear. The name becomes your creative compass. Black Rifle Coffee Company could have been Military Coffee. Instead, they chose a name that unlocks veteran stories and military culture content. Bulletproof Coffee could have been Performance Coffee. Instead, they chose a name that built an entire content ecosystem around biohacking and optimization. Some brands go even simpler. Radioactive Coffee, Shock Coffee, Banned Coffee. These names are entire marketing strategy in themselves. This pattern works across industries. Liquid Death did the same for bottled water industry. I've actually made a whole video about them. But most brands, they do the opposite. Look at Maxwell House. They've spent 100 years and millions of dollars in advertising building their brand. But what stories can they possibly tell besides nostalgia? This is what I mean by names that kill your marketing. When your name gives you nothing to work with, every piece of content becomes a struggle. You're fighting uphill just to get noticed. Green Mountain Coffee, Salt Spring, Club Coffee, 8 o'clock coffee. These names are so forgettable. When your name is brilliant, content creates itself. A brilliant name though cannot save a bad product, but it can get people to stop and pay attention. And that's where everything starts. Death Wish turned a small business into a $60 million coffee empire. So before you settle in for a name, ask yourself, does this name allows me to produce and tell stories that only I can tell? You see, your name is not just a label, it's the most important marketing decision you'll ever make. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Now go and make a name for yourself. Bye-bye.